Okay, start record. Hi everyone, welcome to Live with Prima. I'm Cari Fennell. Tonight you see my lovely work area here. I have a new camera and I'm kind of playing with it and trying to figure it out, and just for the sake of really not knowing how I'm going to make it work in the future with my face showing at the beginning of the show, I'm just going to show you my work surface for tonight. I hope that's okay. We will be making these lovely cards. These are, I called them springtime cards because I feel like they're just blooming with flowers. They're really all occasion. There's really pretty little details on each card. I'm going to try to hold it up here so it'll focus on each one. And what you see showcased in the middle of the card are 3D stickers. Now these 3D stickers came out with last release, like with Forever Green, Cigar Box Secrets, Coffee Break, and gosh, I'm forgetting one. Epiphany. And these are actually the Forever Green 3D stickers, which I'll show you in the package right now. Here they are. So they come in a pack like this, and they're really pretty, and there's bling in the pack already. So this is what really inspired me for these cards, because they're just so pretty. At first I saw them and I'm like, what in the world would I do with these? And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's little, there's like double layers. Maybe I should put the packaging back behind it. There's double layers, so they are 3D. So they're already foamed for you, and each little individual detail in the sticker is already cut out and put together for you, right? Kind of the, you know, lazy man's lobster of stickers. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, you don't have to do all the fussy cutting and putting together and stamping and restamping and building it up. It's already done for you. And as you can see, there's a little bit of gold foil on them, which makes them really pretty and shiny. And they're kind of generic too. So, you know, you can always use butterflies, birds. This one has an adorable little mason jar. It says bloom with little flowers. So I look at this and I say, oh my gosh, these would be fun to put on cards for my friends. And the number of these is 576233. Again, they're 3D stickers from the Forever Green collection. It was mostly the collection with the black background and a lot of floral designs and stuff. It is really pretty. So that's what I used on all the cards. You can see. All right. The other thing I did, I added a little bit of sparkle because, you know, I like sparkle. And so if you can see that detail, like I just took a little bit of gel medium and added a little accent of glitter here and there, you know, around the card. And I did that on each one. And that's just, you know, kind of fun. You know, it's a nice way just to use your glitter. It's going to get a little messy, but not bad. All right. And then I layer some leaves, and then I have my little punched out leaves as well. I'll show you. I took my watercolor paper pad by Jamie. Oh gosh, it's weird having it right side up now. I'm used to having to turn everything upside down. So the A4 watercolor paper pad is wonderful, and it's just something handy to have in your stash. You can use these as card bases, but I like to use it and color it. And what I did, for instance, is I colored it with a little bit of the Lime Wedge Color Bloom Spray. There it is. And then I went over it with a little bit of, oh, I don't have it with me, but tea stain Color Bloom, just to tone the color down a little bit. And it gave it kind of a two-tone coloring. And I love that one side of the watercolor paper is very textured. Can you see that? Very textured, and the other side is smooth. So like the smooth side you can stamp on. You can stamp on both sides, but I like the texture side. And what I did is I took my Martha Stewart punch. I don't know the name of this punch, but I found it at my local Michael's, I believe. And I just went through and I just punched out a whole bunch of these little guys. And they were so easy to create. And, you know, you could just keep punching I punch upside down, by the way. Punching upside down, I can't punch like this. I see people doing that all the time. I just do it upside down because then I can see where I'm punching, and if I've already punched something out, I'm not going to, by accident, you know, have a hole in there. I'll be able to see exactly where there's still paper and I'm good to go. So I don't know, you probably all already knew to do that, but that was just a little added extra, you know, thing. I don't know. I just like to do it upside down. So do yourselves a favor so you can see what you're punching and what you're doing. Especially if you're punching a stamped image. That really helps. All right, so I've got all those all over the place now. Perfect. And what I like to do with these little guys is just sort of tuck them in with the regular leaves. So I have a pack of my favorite leaves. These are Florella 578404. So these come in like a variety of, as you can see, tones of the same green family and different sizes and everything. And I think I bought like, I don't know, I bought a lot at one time because I use these all the time. And what I did is I simply layered the little sprigs with my leaves on the card for that fun added extra layer, if you can see those. And it just adds a little bit of delicacy to, you know, to your background and to your card. So that's one little trick I did. And that was so easy. Now this piece of paper will probably last me forever if I just need those little sprigs. And I could just tuck this away and keep punching them out as I go. So I pretty much leave that on my desk with my punch. And I'm actually on the lookout for more styles of this so I can keep doing the same kind of thing on all my cards. All right, so I'm just going to move these aside here. So those are a couple things we're going to use. And another thing that the main flowers that I use for this are the Rodanthe flowers. As you can see, there's 64 flowers in one box, and I think they retail for about $7.99 US. And that's a lot of flowers in one box. But these came out last summer. If you find these, just grab a box or two because it's always nice to have the white flowers. And to me, like, I just loved that they were white and crisp, and they're actually very dimensional. So I felt that they really worked well on the cards. So when you open this up, and the box is really cool too. So once you use up all your flowers, you can use this pretty little box for something else, like a little shadow box or something perhaps. Maybe, you know, a little box you can stick a little set of cards in, or make a little gift box. You can put your own belly band on it, or just take a label punch and just put it right over here and have it say something, and that would be really cool. I love that Prima has fun packaging that you can use over and over again. And it's impossible for me to get it out. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I'm just going to toss this aside. And in this box, you get these really pretty little sprigs of mini flowers. And there's two styles. And these I love to cut right off of the stems and just dot them around with the bigger flowers. That's what I love to do. They're instant flower centers, really. And they come in the box with the loose petals. And in the box, you're going to get, you know, just a variety of styles and sizes, as you can see. And they're really already dimensional and ready to go. Okay, so a couple quick things I wanted to do before we get going on the cards per se. I wanted to just show you something a couple things that are really kind of cool. So let's say I take a couple of flowers and I layer them together, just like so. Okay, easy. And take a little dot of glue. Oh, and by the way, I know I've mentioned this on the chat before, but I think I should just say it on a show for anybody who's not here on the chats who has to watch later on. I do love the Fabri-Tac. You see us using it on the show all the time, and everybody complains that they get the volcanic action at the top of the bottle. One way to avoid that, when you cut the tip off the top, just make it a very small hole. If you cut it too big, then you're going to get that just overflow. It's going to come seeping out of the bottle. So just make sure you keep that hole on the smaller side, and you should be good to go. It's still going to be a little bit stringy, but it won't be, you know, volcanic, action going on. Okay, so what I prepared ahead of time were these little flowers, and it's the same white flowers, but what I did is I took some of our brand new watercolor pencils and I added a little bit of tint to the center, to the centers. So I wanted to just show you quickly like how I achieved that look. So if you didn't like just the plain white flowers on the cards, you could actually add a little bit of character to your flowers without spraying, because sometimes when you spray, you know, you're going to get color pretty much saturating the whole flower, which is fine if you want the whole flower colored. But if you just want a little hint of a color, then this trick is going to be just for you, okay? And I'm really hoping you can see it pretty well. So what I did is I took our brand new water brushes. So the brand new Prima water brushes are in fact really, really cool. You get 2 in a pack, and as you can see, I've already removed 1. You get 2 in one box, and one tip, let's see if I can get them off. One tip is a little bit larger than the other. So that's kind of cool. You get 1 pack of water brushes, but there's 2 different sizes, and they really do hold a lot of water, which is nice because sometimes the water runs out a little bit quicker than you'd like. So I'm going to grab one of these and our watercolor pencils. So there's been a lot of talk recently about the watercolor pencils because they're new and everybody wants to know about them and if they're good and, you know, what are the qualities. And I'll tell you right off the bat that they're very creamy. They're very smooth. The pigmentation is beautiful. And you can't go wrong with any of the sets that you get. And we have here Spring and Fall and Scenic Route. So either color combo, can't go wrong with. These are probably my 2 favorite, the Scenic Route and the Spring and Fall. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a color here. This is actually, I'm hoping this teal will show up really well. It's number 62. Okay, so you can do this 2 ways. You can go ahead and add a little bit of water right to the center right out the gate. And then Julie Nutting had shown us, like, you can grab the color right off the tip of the pencil and you can just go right in and smear that color right in. And look at that. I didn't take any effort at all, and I can keep going. So it's really cool. This is probably my favorite way to do it. So I can keep going back and adding more pigmentation, more color, and it'll continue to get a little bit darker, a little bit darker. Let me show you that up close. See that? Isn't that kind of cool? So I just thought that idea was really, really fun. Another way that you could do this, okay, is, let's see, I gotta get another flower out here. You can grab just the flower itself and go ahead and directly add the color where you want it. So I can just kind of scribble the color right on there. This one is not, I don't feel like I have as much control, but like I said, I just liked the other way, I think, a little bit better, but this works too. So even if you just wanted to just kind of make it messy and you didn't care too much about, you know, where the color was, no big deal. So you can see I've just kind of, look at that. So now, let's see, I can just take that water brush, get a little water going out of there. I don't know if that's very focused, but you can see the color is just starting to blend a little bit more. Let's see if that'll work. See that? So either way will work. But you can see that there's more, like if you press too hard with the pencil, then you're going to get some darker areas than others. But that's basically 2 ways that you can do this. All right. Now, another cool thing you can do, I'm going to just zap this dry really quick so I can show you another cool step. It should dry pretty quick. Currently, I got it pretty wet. Okay, that's good enough for now. All right, so I have it, it's relatively dry. And what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of my my gel. Now this is the Prima Soft Matte Gel. It is transparent. Can you see that? The matte is not going to have, it's going to have more, it's transparent, but it's going to have a soft finish, whereas the soft gloss gel will have a shiny finish. Obviously, I don't know. I just have to say that because I'm not sure if everyone knew we had both. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of that matte gel, like right in the center. And then I can take some of Finn's glitter. She has glitter sets. There's a few to choose from. This came from the Luminous set. The Luminous set has like all the golds and bronze and brass colors. And it's got just a little salt shaker on the top. That's what I like to call it. All right. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in. And then I'll take my, this is my old glitter dish. And then I can just add a little bit of, let's see, I don't know if you can see that, just my own center, okay? And I can actually push that around a little bit, kind of move it around and get it really up into the petals. And then if I wanted to go one more step, let's see, I can add, let's see, I have these really pretty Satan crystals by Prima. This happens to be from the Seashore collection. Any of our crystals are really sparkly and shiny and pretty. So these work really well. We come out with new ones every release. So then you can just grab one of those and plop it right in the center too. And you have like your own little custom glittery, fun little flower. And it's sparkly and it's pretty. So that was just an extra bonus technique. Like I said, I didn't really do this on my cards, but I wanted to just share with you a couple of ideas and ways that you can customize your own flowers using our brand new watercolor pencils and water brushes. All right, so I better get going on the cards, or else I'm going to run out of time from just talking too much. And I know you guys don't want to hear me talk all night. All right, so I'm just going to move all this aside. But I hope you like those ideas. And I feel like, you know, every show you come to, you should learn a little bit something new. And, you know, see what some of the qualities are of some of the things we have and why we have them. And they're really fun to work with. Okay, so I took a 12 by 12 piece of paper from, I took a few from the Bella Rouge collection. Okay, so here's one that I used. This one's called Melange. I don't even know. I can't speak French, so I don't even know if I'm saying these right. But I love like these beautiful little patterns. And this one has like a creamy background with little tiny red leaves and flowers everywhere. And I really love this. So we're going to start with this. And we're going to make this card. Okay, so we're going to fast forward. I'm going to find my prepared cards over here. Oh my gosh. You guys don't even know. It's already turning into a giant mess over here. I'm already giving myself like 6 inches of space to work in, so sorry. And I did. I cut all my cards out ahead of time for you guys, and I used a little distress ink on the edges of the card. And I cut an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper out of the 12 by 12. And then I cut that in half, and that will give me a standard invitation size card. Okay. Then what I did is I also took this piece of paper from Cigar Box Secrets. This is called Corona. It's 846930. And what I love about Prima papers is we always try to do the 3x4 cards and the 4x6 cards that you can cut out of one piece of paper. That's if you like pocket page journaling, or you just like to cut out little pieces for your cards or your layouts. So I cut all these little cards out, and then I also cut a partial from this, which I'll show you in a little bit. But for this card, I use this piece right here. It says special. It's very special. Okay, so voila, it's already inked and ready to go. And I'm going to pop everything up on foam tape. But before I do that, I'm going to get out my favorite ribbon, which is the seam binding. I'm going to cut myself a piece right now. And I'm just going to wrap that from behind the card front and bring it around to the front and make my little bow. So you guys are going to see just how easy these are to make. I did bring a couple of cards too that I made using the Epiphany 3D stickers too, and they came out really pretty. So I'll show you those in, at the end of the class so you can see. Did I turn my light off? Did it turn off? Oh, wow. I didn't even know. Oh, you guys said it looked better off. Sorry. It just looked dark to me on the screen. Is it okay? I keep turning it off and turning it on. Okay. I will turn it off if you think it just started looking a little dark. I don't listen. I don't listen. It is camel. It's camel hair. There, I'll show it to you guys. So it's the Hug Snug Steam Binding, and it is camel's hair, it's called. And you can find it online. You can find it on Amazon, fabric.com. I get mine from Zipper Stop out of New York City. They have great customer service. But you can't go wrong with it. Okay, so now I'm just going to add this little special card here. And I just have my bow just to the one side. Camel hair I like because it's kind of got a vintage look to it. Plus, when you color it, it kind of has that vintage tint to it no matter what color you add. If you have like bright white, it's going to stay true to the color. Turn it off, Carrie. Okay, sorry. All right, turning it off. Sorry. All right, so now I'm going to start just adding some of my flowers. She said turn it off. Okay, I'm just taking a bunch out and I'm going to just start piling them together so that I can make my own little layered flowers here. Okay, there's even there's some really big ones in here like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue that one down right here. All right. Oops. And this one I layered a couple together because I wanted the dimension. And then I have one more I'm just going to add up here, just like that. Okay, looks pretty cute. Okay. Just like that. And with the glue, I like it because it's not quite dry yet and you can still kind of move it around a little bit. And I'm just going to snip off, remember these little guys I was showing you earlier? I'm just going to snip off one of these guys. Click on this, make sure it doesn't do anything. Okay, so it's all about building your layers. What kind of card am I making here? So, like I said, I could add color, but I didn't really want to. But you can. You guys can do whatever you want. You can add glitter, color them with the colored pencils or the sprays, whatever you want. It's up to you. It's your card. Alright, now I'm just going to go back and find those 3D stickers. I'm going to add that right to the center here. See, it's already put together. Can you see that? It's got little cute little bluebird, little flowers and ferns, and a little bird cage in the back. And of course, I'm crazy, and I always put a little bit of extra glue on anything that it's already has adhesive on it. Alright, okay, so I just stuck it right there in the middle. Look how easy that was. This is gonna fly. All right. Now for my leaves. Let's see. I just tuck a couple in, and you notice, you know, I've always said this in my shows. You know, I always add my leaves last because I never know where my flowers are going to end up, and I always want my leaves as an accent. So I'm going to glue those down. See how quickly this is coming together? And it's so fun. It's just pretty. It's just got a couple fun accents in it. Really easy. All right. And then remember those little guys that I punched out before? So this just adds another added extra layer of interest. And like I said, has just kind of a little cute little delicate touch. Ooh. Looks like my bow's a little crooked there. All right, so you're just adding a tiny bit of glue to the very bottom of that little sprig, and you're just kind of throwing that in there. A little bit. Okay, and I'll just press them down to make sure. You see those? And once they dry, you can kind of fluff them up a little bit. Okay. Thank you, Delana. Thank you, Robbie. Robbie's going to take over the chat for Delana. She has to run out. No problem. All right. So that's what we've got going on here. Now, what I'm going to do is revisit that. I'm going to revisit that gel medium. Okay. And I'm just going to add a little bit of dab onto my brush, and I'm just going to just kind of brush it on like I don't care. Okay. So I'm just skimming it along the edges. Now I'll grab my ugly blue tray. And I think for this card, I'm going to go with more of this brassy kind of glitter. Like I said, this is from Finn. It's from the Luminous set. And it's got a little salt shaker at the top. And I'm just going to just sprinkle it ever so lightly. You don't really have to douse it with a lot of glitter. And you can kind of tap off as you go. I mean, this is really just to add accents, not to add, you know, a ton. There we go. And it just added like really pretty little corners. And that's all I really want. I just wanted a little bit of sparkle, but not a lot. I know I'll have glitter on me tonight anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so that's pretty. It's just a way to jazz up your corners, add a little sparkle, but without taking away from everything. And you have your gold right here on your sticker, so that gold just kind of goes right across the card, just like that for you. So that's how I tend to blend everything in. And then what I'll do is I'll take my Satan crystals, and I like to just sprinkle a couple around. And of course, like I said, I'm a crazy girl with my glue and everything. These have adhesive on the back, but I like to just add a little bit of my own because, you know, if I'm going to put stuff together, I certainly don't want it falling apart or falling off before I even get to send it, because that's sad. Oop. Hold on a second. I keep losing my screen. Okay, I'm back. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Is the new camera angle working okay for you? Like I said, I got to just, you know, tweak my lighting a little bit before I'm completely happy with it. There we go. So here, I'm going to hold this up and show it to you. So just a couple little sprinkles. All right. So that's it. That's done. How easy is that? And you know, you could even, you know, color up your seam binding, maybe add a color like a pink or anything like that. And then for the inside, you know, I could put like a little card in here too, and then write on it, or just write on it with a darker brown, but it's really kind of a generic background, so it's not bad. It does. It helps. It helps so much to it helps so much to not have to scrapbook upside down. Things turn out so much better, I think. Okay, on to the next card. Let's see. Which one should we do next? Ah, let's do this one. This one's really pretty. This one I actually used the little frame with the, it says Lovebird. So this would be great for like a wedding card to use this spring. You know, there's always lots of weddings coming in May and June, right? So what I'm going to do is get going on this card. All right. And the background paper, is cream with just a little bit of text. And I'm going to show you the full paper if I find it. Ah, here it is. Okay, so it's the Bella Rouge paper, and this is the side that I'm using. So you can see it's got old book paper, a little bit of like white splatters on it and stuff. And then the other side is just for a scrapbook layout if you just wanted to scrapbook within the center of the page. And it's got like sweet little orange poppies. And this one is called Sentiments. So it's Bella Rouge Sentiments. 847135. Okay. So I think I cut this one wrong. Oh, no, I didn't. I cut it right. So now when I close the card, why am I so surprised at myself that I cut it right? Goofy. Okay. So I'm going to fold that in half. So when you open up the card, you can just follow those lines and write something in here. It's perfect. And it's got that really pretty border right here off to the side. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then I cut out, from that Cigar Box Secrets paper, I cut out Our Jewel, which is the pink piece, which I'll grab again. It's this piece right here from this paper. Okay. And I'm basically going to do the same thing, except this time I'm going to cut the seam binding and wrap it around the card instead of this little 3x4 card instead of the whole card itself. So, sorry if I'm rushing too much, but you know, I like to get all the cards done that I promised to get done in this time frame for you. And, you know, hopefully we'll have 4 cards finished at the end of the class. Do you love my scissors? These are my Fisker scissors. I was a Fisketeer number 878, and Sam decided to chew on them. She's naughty all the time. She is. My favorite scissors. As you can see, I'm still using them. Okay. So, just putting a little foam tape on the back here, because I like to pop everything up. Probably not going to fit in the envelope very easily, but that's okay. You know what? I don't really mind. I'll just shove it in there. Is that what you guys do? Like, you just can't help but make like a really pretty card, you know, and a little bit of dimension isn't going to stop you, right? At least I don't think so. Sorry for my arm. I'm just trying to make some room here. So I think I'm going to put this right here at the lower portion of the card, just like that. I think that's perfect. All right, so we've got everything pretty much set, and I can still kind of move this over a little bit if I have to. It's kind of a big bow. It's kind of big, I know. Oh well, big bows. They're fine. They're fine. All right, so now we're going to go with, again, starting with our largest flower. I'm going to glue that right down right now. I'm going to just go ahead and commit. And what I did for this card is I just kind of did a little collage of white flowers. So let's grab another one. Just like that. So I'm layering a couple flowers together. I'm going to add, let's see, a smaller one down here. Now, this is a hard part, picking through the box and finding like what one you want to use, because there's literally a ton. Oh, you just want to have fun with it. All right, so I'm going to put that one right here just underneath the bow. So I've got this kind of thing going on here. And I'm going to grab a couple of my my little minis, my little mini white ones. I know. White flowers are probably boring to some of you. I am sorry if it is, but I think sometimes it just freshens up a project so perfectly. And just because a flower is white doesn't mean you have to color it. You can accent it, you know, and still use it and do whatever you want to do. But you know, you don't. It's not necessary. You know, I just really like the clean, crisp look. All right, so now I'm going to grab my my middle sticker here, which says Love Birds. Let me see if I can show that up close. See that? It's got a little gold foil. Awesome little bird. And it is dimensional already. Like I said, they're already put together. And you know what the cool thing is? Like, even if you guys wanted to, I'm going to show you a trick. You can just carefully peel it apart, and you could get 2 stickers. Oh, gosh, it stuck to my finger. You can get 2 stickers for 1. So if you didn't want the dimension, you don't need to do it. You can, but the bottom part doesn't have the gold foil. It just has a regular image. Let's see if we can see that. And this part had the gold foil. So isn't that cool? So you can get double your money. More bang for your buck. All right, I'm going to add a little glue. Cool little trick. And I'm just going to kind of put it in that flower. That little white guy there. It's really getting dimensional, so I'm sorry. I have to just hold it for a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so see? Perfect. Oh, I think it's perfect. It's probably not perfect. You know, everybody arranges their flowers a little bit differently. That's cool. All right, so now it's time to add my leaves. Leaf time. Okay. Just gonna. So notice that I add the glitter last, and that's just because sometimes on my card I'm arranging the flowers, and even if I'm making more than one, it's funny, sometimes when you're making the number 2, your flowers don't always end up in the same position or in the same exact spot your first one did, or maybe nothing like mine, you know. So add your glitter last, because then you know where it needs a little bit of, you know, accent, little shininess. Because what if I added the glitter first and then I cover it up because I'm like, oh, I want to put my flower there. You know, that's kind of like how I think when I put these together. Now I'm going to add those pretty little sprigs there. And I just like to, like, you know, you can punch out several, so it doesn't matter how many you want to use, because you'll have several. That's why I love punches and dies. You know, I just feel like you get so much out of them. I'm going to add another one right here. And then I'll add another one under here, kind of under the sticker a little bit. There we go. It's going to take everything a little bit of time to dry. That's all right. Ah! Came right off because I have glue on my finger. Sorry. Let's see. I can get right in here. Try not to get my head in the camera, but there we go. Okay. All right. Couple more. Another one. And another one. So does anybody have any questions so far? Everyone's okay? Yes, it's a Martha Stewart punch. I'll show it to you guys again for those of you that just kind of joined in when you were asking. It's a Martha Stewart punch, and it looks like this. Has just a little sprig. Doesn't look like much at first, but man, when you start adding it, it's really pretty, and it just adds so much. So do you see where I added those? Like down here and up here. Just kind of see how it filled in so fast with that? All right, so enough talky talk. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead. I am going to go ahead and add my glitter. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of the soft gel medium. And I'm not being overly generous. I'm just lightly adding a little bit of this glue to the corners. And this time around, I have this, again, same glitter set, the Luminous Glitter Set by Finn. And this is more of like a chocolatey copper color. So I thought that this would look really cool with it. Even though I have gold, it's all right. It's okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and just sprinkle that on. And it's funny because like the darker colors show up, you know, a lot more than the lighter ones, which is kind of interesting. That makes total sense, but it surprised me when I first did it. So Now you'll notice you'll see some of the globs from the gel medium. That's okay. Just take your finger, because the gel medium's still kind of wet, and just lightly go over those areas to spread it just a little bit more with your finger. And now it doesn't look as shiny and shimmery right now because the glue is still wet, but once the glue dries, you'll be fine. So you guys probably already know to do this, but I freaked myself out with the brush marks, and then I fixed it with my finger, and I was like, oh my gosh. So there we go. So we have just a little bit of accent in the corners. Okay, and then we can just finish off with just a couple of satin crystals. Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. So I wanted to tell you also the next show coming up, I know Delana had to scoot out, but Delana will actually be on the show on Tuesday. And I don't know if you've had a chance, but go to the Prima blog today. Every Thursday I post about the upcoming classes for like the Thursday and the Tuesday coming up. And if you're interested, you can just go over and take a peek at Delana's project. She's doing kind of like a spring / Easter, if you celebrate Easter, home decor centerpiece. And it is stinking cute, I gotta tell you. It would just look adorable on any tablescape or on your mantle, or, you know, just really festive and fun for spring. So go check it out if you get a chance, because she just did a great job. And she has some of the bunny resins on there, not the brand new ones. By the way, we came out with brand new ones just released this week. But the bunny resins from previous release, and she colored them, and they're just, oh, so yummy. So you see that? A couple little sprinkles of sparkle, and the card is finished. Okay, did I show it long enough? I don't want to be too quick and pull it away before you guys get a chance to see. But here's my original. Here's my new one. See how quick and easy? Quick and easy. Okay, setting these aside. Moving on to the next. Haha. Okay, I think we can let's make this guy next. But you're getting the drift of how I'm putting these together. I mean, it's basically, you know, I'm kind of repeating what I'm doing, but just maybe arranging everything a little bit differently on each card. This next card, let's see. Oh, crud. Okay, it's this paper. And this is from the Bella Rouge collection. And I love it. It looks like a watercolor painting. Beautiful teals, a little bit of mustard, some rust colors throughout the paper. And it's just so textured and pretty. And the other side's got music notes and some roses in the corners. Les Amours. I don't think I'm saying that right, but it's number 847111. Bella Rouge paper. Okay, I'm saying it right. Thank you, Brian. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold this guy in half. All right, again, standard invitation size. And if you guys want, I can cut some cards out from... Hi, Zandra. Hi, Gabby. Oh, gosh, some new girls. Mako, what's up, girl? I know, isn't it cool paper? So a couple new people have joined the chat. In case you're watching on YouTube, we do have a live chat that takes place during the show. So we're actually talking to a real live audience as we're filming this. And there's no editing. You know, if you do anything embarrassing, it's pretty much going to be on the show. But we like to talk to our people that are on the chat. Here's another little 3x4 card that I cut out from that cigar box secret paper. So it's this guy right here. Okay. Inked him up with a little bit of vintage photo distress ink. That's my favorite distress ink color. I know I use it time and time again. It's just everybody has their favorite one that they like to ink their edges with, and that's mine. So I just did all that ahead of time because I figured you didn't need to sit here and watch me ink away at my paper edges. Okay, so this one I kind of have off to the side just a little bit. You know, kind of eyeball it and see where you like it. And it's on there with some foam tape. And then I actually wrapped the ribbon around the whole entire card from behind the flap to the front. And I'm just going to tie my bow. I'm going to tab bow. Hopefully I cut enough length off. Oh yeah, I think I did. I think I'll be okay. Oh gosh. So just so you guys know too, I wanted to kind of let everyone know, we've all been waiting. Oh no, that's not long enough. Sorry. We've all been waiting for the new flowers to arrive in stores, and they are arriving. So if you're looking to get some new Prima flowers that we just came out with, they're starting to arrive in all the stores. I saw some in Blue Moon, and I know some people told me not to tell anybody because they wanted to go there and shop first before they're all gone. Tiffany. That was Tiff. Yeah, so they're starting to roll in, you guys. So just a little enabler alert. You know, if you want to go and get some new flowers, there's some really fantastic new ones that came out. All right, so I tied my bow. Easy peasy. I'm actually gonna take 2 of the large white flowers and glue them together, because you see how there's like spaces in between the petals. Sometimes I like to fill those in and make it one large full flower, just like that. But you don't have to. You can just use one. Again, you know, I go a little overboard. I think my cards are never going to fit in an envelope, which is probably true. But that's all right. It still looks pretty. My mom loves them. She cries every time I give her a card. Yeah, she does. Just like when I was little and I used to give her drawings from school. Though they were ugly, she still said they were beautiful. So nice. Such a nice lady. Yes, very supportive. She loves them. And actually, I gave my sister-in-law, I have a new sister-in-law, who my brother got married in August, and I gave her a set of cards for her birthday recently. Because she's been over here, and it was hilarious. At Thanksgiving time, she wanted to do some crafting. And she's usually a jewelry maker. And she's like, Cari, I want to get crafty. Let's make something, right? And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, what do I make with her? Well, I got out the Julie Nutting doll stamps, and that was all she wrote. She loved them. She took them home. She took some home and played with them there, and then had her niece and nephew over, and they also made some, and I'm telling you, so now she's hooked. So I gave her a set of Julie Nutting cards. I made her some for her birthday, and she loved them. So it's just amazing to me how much people love that kind of stuff. Even if they don't really craft or paper craft, they still love it. So it's kind of cool. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just layering these together. I just cut off one of these little beauties. These also come in, and put that in the center up here in the upper flower. And now I'm going to add my 3-dimensional sticker. Shut the door at the top of the stairs, please. Brian's running around here. Okay. I'm going to take that butterfly 3-dimensional sticker, and actually this one, since the flower's popping up so much, I actually have to add glue around the edges so that it sticks to the petals that are kind of sticking up. Okay, here we go. So that'll just take a second to kind of set. Paper dolls for grown-ups, that is right. They don't, nobody seems to care. They dive right in and they don't care. They just want to make the dolls. And then when she made them with her niece and nephew, they sat there and played with them like regular dolls, you know, and they put them on little sticks, and they were like walking around with them and making them talk to each other, and it was pretty darn cute. So yeah. You know, you can give me your address. I'll send you a card. Why not? I know I do. I hoard my cards. I don't really give them out. That's terrible. Do you guys do that too? Like you make your cards and you love them and they turned out so pretty, and then you don't give them away. So like my mom will get cards, but They're at least a year old. That's terrible. I shouldn't admit that. She doesn't care, though. She don't care. She loves them anyway. Okay, so I just tucked in my leaves. I'm just going to raise this up so you can see. So far, so good. All right. And I'm just going to, I need to punch out a few more of these guys from my paper. Remember my prepared paper. And if you guys make cards from any, you know, if you guys make any of the projects from the Live with Prima classes, we would love to see you post them. Anything inspired using Prima, post them on the Live with Prima group page. I'm not exactly speedy at, I get requests every day, and, you know, I have to kind of police it, right? Because on Facebook it gets a little nutty. You get some spammers. So, but please, if you haven't joined, please, we would love to have you join, and we love to see what you create, because we love, oh my gosh, everybody is so sweet and likes it and comments, and it's just the best group. There's no, you know, everyone just shares and everyone compliments, and it's really fun. And if you need help with something, people chime right in and, you know, help out. So if you aren't already a member, you know, I encourage you to come on over and join us. Plus, I'll post, you know, news and alerts, and, you know, when things come out, we have new things come out sometimes. All right, I'm just adding I'm going to go ahead and add my dots right now. Why not? I know I'm adding my dots before my glitter. That's all right. I just love to sprinkle these babies all over. And I think I should go out and just buy a million of them and hoard them. I know I always tell you guys not to hoard stuff, so I'm being kind of a hypocrite right now. But these things I can't get enough of. I just love them. I use them on everything. I probably overuse them. That's all right. But they're so pretty. And the problem is too is that Prima has such popular stuff that it just sells and it's gone before you can grab it sometimes. So it's like if you find something you really love, I want to buy a couple of them, you know. I'll give you a little sneak peek of where I put those little, can you see the sparkles I added? Like right here and right down here. Just a couple. And last but not least, our glitter. Our glitter. I'm going to do something else too here in a second. A little something different. Let's just show you guys. Oh, that's way too much glue. Oh. You can just wipe it off with your finger. Any finger will do. You choose. All right. If you get a little too much, just take a little off. All right. I'm going to add some down here. Okay. And I think I'm going to go with that the dark coppery, brassy, not brassy, coppery color again. And I got a little on the ribbon. Who cares? Okay, here we go. Oh, gotta move my ribbon on. I don't want to glue my ribbon down. Oh, perfect. Okay, and then I'm just going to lightly tap just to get some of the excess off. Can you see I added a little up here, a little right here, and a little down there. And it just adds a little extra sparkle shininess. Okay, so my next step, I'll show you. I didn't plan this, but I thought it would be kind of fun. It's just another idea. I know, here comes my craft mat. I have a new bottle of the Empress Gold Color Bloom Spray. This is actually a color that came out in January, but it's supposed to match Frank's The Archivist collection. And this is just a stunning, really stunning gold. And I thought it might be kind of fun. I'm just going to very carefully open this up. Set that aside. I thought it would just be fun, maybe just to add a couple little sprinkles around. You know, and you just want to flick that little end of that Color Bloom spray. And you can always go in and grab a little bit more. And just, you know, kind of add some of that Empress Gold in there. And you know what I'm going to do? Have you guys seen this color in action before? Have you guys seen it in action before? So I don't know if you can see that, but there's just a little bit. I'm going to color this on the watercolor paper so you can really see this color in true form. So that's why I like to bring my my watercolor paper pad wherever I go, so that I can show these kind of things. So make sure you get that ball rolling. Look at that. It's kind of, I don't know, like an antique gold, really. And it's got a little bit of rust in it. I don't know. It's very interesting, but it's really cool. Here, let's color a flower. Ah, look at this. It looks like a metal flower instantly. Can you see that? Looks almost peachy. Yeah, I think it's the camera. But now when I put it on the flower, can you guys really see? Almost coppery. It's got like coppery and gold mixed in together. So I don't know. That just, to me, that's pretty. It's a pretty cool color. So it's the vintage metal Empress Gold color bloom, and I just thought it would be fun to show. Just sprinkled around on our cards. Why not? All right. So this card is finito. It's finished. All right. And where was the card? Oh, here's the card I just made. And that gold, can you see it? It's like showing up in little sprinkles like around the card. Can you see it? It's very subtle. But trust me, if you do this once you get it at home, you're going to be really happy. It looks like someone took metal, like liquid metal, and just kind of sprinkled it around the card. See that? So, yeah. I sprinkled my flowers too. My flowers got a little messy, but who cares? That's cute. Oops. Move the camera. My arm got in the way. Okay, one more card to go. Oh, perfect. And it's just this lovely one here. And I used a blue background from the Belarus paper. Let's see, I'll show you. This Belarus paper right here. So again, we've kind of got that whole, there's like a leafy background, and then it looks like they took paint and just dry brushed the paint over the leafy background. Isn't that really pretty? And they add a little bit of scrolls to the side. I love the details in these papers. And look at this side. Orange poppies. Aren't those beautiful? And this one is called Belle Fleurs. And it's 847098. Pretty cool. So I made a card with the blue side. The poppies are going to be on the inside. You can do either or. You should get 2 cards from a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Okay. And this one I already inked. It's all ready to go. And I've got, oh my gosh. I've got one 3 by 4 card left. And you know, remember that little corner piece from the cigar box secret paper? I didn't do this on my original card, but down here, so what I have left for 3 by 4 is this one, and then see this guy right here? So I thought it would be cool just to cut out the frame and just use the frame part maybe with the card. So let's try it. So that frame can go on this card, and this little guy can kind of come out of it just a little bit, like kind of coming out like that. I think that would be kind of pretty, right? Let's try it. Let's do it. Let's do it up. All right, so I'm going to add foam tape to the frame part. So all I did was cut out the oval piece in the center. I don't know. I just was trying to think of other ideas on how to use some of the other paper pieces in that 12 by 12 piece of paper. All right. All right. Sorry. I've got glue on my fingers and I'm trying to take these little paper tabs off, and I flick them and then they come right back at me. going to do this up. I'm just going to move this out of the way. So see how it's kind of popped up a little bit? And then I'll just take my card and flip it over and follow the straight line of the card, and just that way I know where to cut it. And then you have a nice clean edge. Ah, pretty. Okay, so then we can take our smaller card, and I can add a little bit of tape to the back and just have it kind of coming out. Maybe just a little bit tucked into that frame. That'd be kind of cool. Let's do it up. I'm gonna add a little glue to the back of this. I don't need to add foam tape. We've already added foam tape to the frame, so you know, you can if you want to. Frank probably would. He probably would, because he puts foam tape on every layer. That Frankie. Okay, so just like that, I think kind of looks cute coming out of the little frame. And now we can start adding some. Oh, we got to add some ribbon, of course. We don't really need to. I know what I'm going to do. Remember this piece that was too short? I think I'm just going to make a bow out of that piece that was too short. And we're going to just do like a little faux bow. So for me, that means I'm not tying it around the card. I'm just going to take the bow itself and give it a little haircut here, and then just glue it down just as is. Alright, so I'm just going to snip off the ends here. Everyone doing okay? Yeah, it's pocket-like. Exactly. So it's kind of like creating this little cute little pocket. I think I'm just going to have it right there on the card. And I'm just going to glue it. That's another way to save your ribbon too if you don't have a lot of ribbon. Just to make a little bow and stick it on there. Nobody cares if it's tied around the entire card, right? Alright. So now I'm going to hunt around here for a big flower. And that's going to be my starting point. And I'm going to add that right here. And I think I'm just going to do one because the sticker itself has a lot going on with it. So I think if I just add it just like this, that'll be perfect. And then I'll layer a couple of flowers down here and put them right about here. So, oh, got something on there. Oh well. The story of my life. Ever flip something upside down on your mat and it's dirty, and then it just picks up whatever it was that was on your mat? It's very typical for me. Okay, and then I'm going to do a snippet of one of these guys. Just one of these little baby flowers. Hey, tomorrow's Friday. Gotta love that. Live with Prima Thursday night, then Friday begins, and then it's the weekend. I love it. Okay. So now I'm going to add that little monarch butterfly and the little diamond-shaped gold foil sticker. With this, I want to make sure this kind of like, because, I don't know why, but because it's a diamond shape, it really bugged me. It had to be right side up. It cannot be crooked. I guess it would be okay if it were, but I remember fighting with this on my original one, and it was just so important to me to get it right side up. There we go. So you see we have like a little bit of empty space in between, and we're just going to fill that in with the leaves again. Oh, it's Friday there already? Carol, you're so lucky. She must be over there. She's across the pond somewhere. It's Friday for her already. It's coming, it's coming. We reached Friday an hour earlier this week, which is a bonus. But I'm telling you, I was tired for like a few days. just, I don't know why, I just couldn't seem to adjust very well to this time change. It was very strange. It's never happened to me before. But a lot of people said the same thing. I think we are just exhausted from the cold winter we've had. The terrible cold winter. That's what it is. All right, let's see. I just need a few more sprigs, and I don't know where they went to, so I'm just gonna do some new ones here. Okay, and I'm gonna glue those on. This is it. This is our last card for the set. And I promised I would do all 4. We did it. We did it. Oh gosh. All right. Tucking those in. Oh, you're in Adelaide. Oh, cool, Carol. Ah, that's where Janine Coxwara is from, right? You must know her, maybe. She's so cute. She's one of my good friends down there. I love her. Okay, I'm just gonna add a couple sprinkles of crystals. Gonna add a couple. Oh, look at this. I have like a foam dot thing stuck to my glue. Oh, Lord help me. Oh, is it Mother's Day across the pond? Happy Mother's Day to all of our friends in Australia. Is it for Europe too? Yeah, it is. Oh, happy Mother's Day to all you guys. That's so cool. And you're here. Thank you. All right, just adding the sparkles. All right, just adding a couple here and there. All right, let me just pick up the card. Ooh, there's a lot going on in this card. A little crazy compared to the original one. The original one I didn't use the frame. This one I did, and it kind of adds, it's a little bit different. I like it. All right, I'm going to just add my glitter. Hey, oh yeah, I'm going to add my glitter, and then I'm going to add some more of the sprinkles from the Color Boom spray. That's what I'm going to do, and then we're good to go. All right, and I think what I'm going to do for this card is I'll add it in the corners, like up in here. And I'll do it down here. Because like I said, I just want it accented. I don't want a lot. Just a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to go with the regular gold and just sprinkle it on. Maybe not. Oops. Ooh. There we go. Pretty, pretty. And then just do a little bit of sprinkling and I'll be good. Oh, my mat's a little bit dirty there. It's all right. So fun crafting. Don't you love it? So I'm just tapping on the little hose. Let's just call it a hose. Can you see? I'll show it in just a sec. Cute. So that's kind of a fun way just to add a little bit something else. You know, if you're looking at your card and you're like, needs a little something, something. That's just a really easy thing to do. And it doesn't overpower the card. It's just a little bit of sprinkles here and there accented. And that's plenty, you know. Just adds a little bit more dimension and texture to your card and you're good. Hose, yes. Yeah, flower centers, the edges of the leaves, definitely. Add the glitter wherever you want. You want a little added sparkle? That's fine. I think that's typically you know, what you think about doing when you want to add glitter to your cards is adding it to the foliage or the flowers. And I think just kind of adding it here and there around the card is just something a little bit different and unique. And it's easy, you know. But it's up to you. It'll be your card. You can add whatever you like. So here's the crazy card. That's a crazy card. Here's the regular card. Crazy, regular. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming tonight. I really, really appreciate it. I know we like to have a lot of fun on here, and I just, you know, I love chatting with you all, usually when I'm on the other side of the camera, and it's always a fun time. So if you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask. Pretty straightforward with my cards. Thank you, Pink Scrapbooking. Thank you so much. Thanks, Deb. Thanks, Eileen. Oh, Eileen's here. I'm sorry. Hi, Barbara. Oh, thank you guys for coming. I'm sorry if I missed a lot of you in the chat. I was trying to follow it, but I guess I didn't really follow it that well. But thank you, everyone, for coming. I really appreciate it. Remember, next Tuesday, on the 17th of March, is Delana Burns, and she's going to be creating a beautiful spring project for your tablescape or your home decor. And oh my gosh, it's so sweet. So go over to the Prima blog and check it out. It's prima.typepad.com, and you can see for yourself what she's going to be coming up with. Robbie, thank you so much for filling in for Delana also, because she had to step out. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mako. You're so good. Thank you. All right. Yes. And oh, yes. The class will be on St. Patrick's Day. Yes. Wear your green. Wear your green. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to hit stop record. Have a great night.